Hi everyone, my name is Jesus and today I'm gonna be your art instructor. We're gonna be creating this beautiful piece of art to remember and celebrate Mexico Independence Day. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Jesús y el día de hoy vamos a estar trabajando en esta hermosa pieza de arte para recordar y celebrar la independencia de México. Before we start, I want to tell you that the reason why we're creating this piece of art is to remember the Mexican Independence Day. La razón por la cual estamos creando esta pieza de arte es también para recordar el Día de la Independencia de México. Many people believe that Mexico Independence Day is 5 de mayo, but it is not. Muchos creen que el Día de la Independencia de México es el 5 de mayo, pero no es. Actually, it started on September 16 of 1810. De hecho, comenzó el 16 de septiembre de 1810. And it started when Father Hidalgo went to the Chapel of Dolores and rang the bell to call for unity against the Spaniards. Y la manera como comenzó fue con el Padre Hidalgo yendo a la capilla de Dolores y tocando la campana para llamar a unidad a todos los mexicanos en contra del gobierno español. Father Hidalgo was later captured and killed, but there were many others who continued the rebellion. El Padre Hidalgo fue capturado y fue asesinado, pero hubo muchos más que continuaron la rebelión. The war continued for 10 years, and it was until September 27 of 1821 that Mexico gained his independence from Spain. La guerra continuó por 10 años, y no fue hasta septiembre 27 de 1821 que México obtuvo su independencia de España. Todos los años, en septiembre 16, el presidente de México, desde Los Pinos, que es como la Casa Blanca de Estados Unidos, sale y toca la campana enfrente de todos los mexicanos que se juntan para celebrar su independencia. Every year, the Mexican president from Los Pinos, which is like the White House from Mexico, comes out and he rings the bell in front of all the Mexicans who gather to celebrate their independence. And that's why September 16 is Mexican Independence Day. Para celebrar con nuestros amigos de México, vamos a estar creando esta hermosa pieza de arte que es una vista de Xochimilco en la Ciudad de México hacia el Popocatépetl, el volcán más famoso del país. So to celebrate with our friends from Mexico, we're gonna paint this beautiful piece of art, which is a view from Xochimilco in Mexico City and the Popocatépetl, which is the most famous volcano in Mexico. For this project, you're gonna need a plate and some paint, white, red, blue, black, and yellow. You will also gonna need a couple brushes, and a small one and a big one. And of course, you're gonna need a blank and empty canvas. Let's start to paint. Para este proyecto, usted va a necesitar un plato y pintura blanca, roja, azul, negra y amarilla. Y por supuesto, también va a necesitar dos brochas, una pequeña y una grande. Y nuestro lienzo en blanco. Don't forget to refill your cup with water. We're gonna use it later. No se le olvide llenar su vaso con agua. La vamos a usar después. Y lo primero que vamos a hacer, vamos a crear el color verde. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create green. So we're gonna use a little bit of the blue and a little bit of the yellow. And we're gonna mix it up. The way I'm gonna mix it, I'm gonna drag the blue into the yellow. La manera que lo voy a mezclar es voy a jalar el azul dentro del amarillo, just a little bit at a time, un poquito a la vez, because if not, it's gonna look blue. So once you get green, we call it flat green, lo llamamos verde bandera. We're gonna add it to the canvas. Lo vamos a añadir a nuestro lienzo. I'm gonna put the small brush aside. I'm gonna use it later. Voy a poner mi pequeña brocha a un lado, la vamos a usar después. And I'm gonna use the big brush. Y voy a usar la brocha grande. Vamos a agarrar un poco de verde y vamos a poner una línea. And we're gonna create a line from here up to here, like that. And once you have your line, we're gonna fill it in. Y una vez que tiene su línea, la vamos a rellenar. And this is the way we're gonna do it. I'm gonna continue painting until I run out of paint. Voy a continuar pintando hasta que se me acabe la pintura. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit more. y después voy a agarrar un poco más. And I'm just gonna continue painting until everything is filling. Y después voy a continuar pintando hasta que todo esté relleno. If you run out of paint, just mix a little bit more and continue painting. Si se le acaba la pintura, mezcle un poco más y continúe pintando. Remember, it's from the middle to the corner. Okay, acuérdese que es desde la mitad hasta la esquina. Good. Now we're gonna clean our big brush. Ahora vamos a usar nuestra brocha grande, la vamos a limpiar. And this is the way I like to clean my brush. I dip it inside the water and then I remove the excess of water. Esta es la manera que yo limpio mi brocha. La meto adentro y después remuevo el exceso de agua. Then I'm gonna clean it with my napkin. Next, I'm gonna make sure it's dry. Después la voy a limpiar con mi servilleta y me voy a asegurar que esté seca. Alright, now we're gonna get red paint. Ahora vamos a usar pintura roja. Y vamos a hacer lo mismo que hicimos con el verde, ahora lo vamos a hacer con el rojo. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the green, now we're gonna do it with the red. From the middle to the corner, we're gonna do a line, then medio hacia la esquina vamos a dibujar una línea. And once you fill the line, you're gonna fill it in with red. Y una vez que haya llenado esa línea, la va a rellenar con rojo. Now if you red, it looks kind of pinkish. What we're gonna do, we're gonna let it dry and we're gonna come back with a second layer. Si su pintura se mira un poco rosa en vez de rojo, lo que vamos a hacer es lo vamos a dejar secar y después vamos a continuar pintándola otra vez. So 2 layers. Vamos a darle 2 capas. Sí, se mira rosa. So right now mine looks good. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. But if yours looks a little bit pink, just let it dry and do a second coat. Alright, next. Without cleaning the brush, I'm gonna get some black. Sin limpiar la brocha, voy a agarrar un poco de negro. And now we're gonna apply the black. Same direction that we did the red and the green. We're gonna come on the same direction from the top. We're gonna do a line, just a big black line like this with paint using your big brush. And next we're gonna pull the brush down, push it down like this. You see, from the top you just push it down and let it go like this, because this is our sky. And if you need a little bit more black, you can get a little more black and just keep pushing it down like this, because it's supposed to be the sky. Just a little bit. Don't pass this line right here. Just that, like that. Remember, you have 1/3, 2/3 and 3/3. Recuerde que tiene 1/3, 2/3 y 3/3. No procuren no pasarse del primer tercio. Make sure you don't pass this line right here, the first third. All right, let's put our big brush aside for now, and now we're gonna use the small one to draw a volcano. And the way our volcano is, it's gonna go up and it's a little bit flat on the top, and then it comes down again. So it's like a mountain, but it's flat, a little bit flat on the top, and it's gonna come down like this. Then we're gonna do a line here below on the last third, because that's gonna be our volcano. And now we're gonna use the big brush. Let's pull the small brush aside and use the big brush. So now I'm gonna use the big brush, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix some of the blue with the black. I want to see some blue in there, so don't make it too dark. So it's kind of like a dark blue, like a navy blue. And now we're gonna paint or fill in our volcano. Y ahora lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a rellenar nuestro volcán. You see it's getting all those beautiful colors there. It's getting some red, some blue, and that's what we want. Si se fija, está agarrando todos esos colores, está agarrando un poco de verde, un poco de azul, un poco de rojo, y eso es lo que queremos. That's what we want. We want our volcano to have many colors. There you go. Ahí lo tiene. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little mountains, a little hills that are going here, just with blue, pure blue. I'm gonna have a couple hills that are here, just using blue. There's one hill that is coming here, and it goes right there. Just like that, de esa manera. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull some of the paint down like this. It's gonna be like a shadow for the mountain, just a little bit. Remember how you did the black this way? Now we're gonna do it a little bit this way. Kind of following the same path. You see it's kind of going down and up. Kind of, it's gonna be the reflection for the mountain. So you just push a little bit of the paint down like this, and that's gonna be a reflection. Solamente empuje un poco de la pintura y ese va a ser nuestro reflejo. Okay, so now let's clean our brush really good. Ahora vamos a limpiar nuestra brocha bien. If your water gets dirty, just change the water, making sure you always have clean water. Si su agua se ensucia, solamente cambie el agua. Siempre procure tener agua limpia. And now we're gonna make a little bit more of the green. We're gonna use some of the green. I still have some here. If not, you can always make some more, hoping you remember. Vamos a usar un poco de verde. Aquí todavía tengo un poco. Si no, usted puede hacer más. Espero que se acuerde cómo hacerlo. And now we're gonna work on the lake. This is gonna be our lake. So we're gonna push the water that way, from here to here. You push, you let it go. Push and let it go. And that's what we want. You can do this way or this way. So we kinda wanna line up the green with the green that is below. Queremos alinear el verde que está arriba con el verde que está abajo. So it's gonna be like a zigzag. It's gonna come like this way and this way. And then we're gonna clean the brush again. We're gonna use some of the red. So I'm cleaning my brush really good here. And now I'm gonna use a little bit of the red. We're gonna do the same way. We're gonna push it this way. We're forgetting something. We're gonna add some green here, just a little bit like that. Because remember, it's like the aurora. Acuérdese que es como la aurora. So we want a little bit of green right there. I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna add a little bit of the red as well. Voy a limpiar mi brocha y voy a añadir un poquito de rojo, just a little bit, like that. Nice. And now we're gonna use white. Make sure your brush is really clean because now we're gonna use white. Asegúrese que su brocha esté limpia porque ahora vamos a usar blanco. I'm gonna pour it here. So the way we're gonna use the white, we're gonna add some white on top, like the snow. But make sure you don't cover the top, because we wanna be able to see it. Asegúrese que no cubre la parte de arriba. So nuestro volcán tiene un poco de nieve. So our volcán has a little bit of snow on top. Like that. And then we're gonna add some reflections, some water reflections on the bottom. Y después vamos a añadir unos reflejos del agua en la parte de abajo. This way. Let's add a little bit more. Añadamos un poco más. Just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Solo un poco. No haga mucho detalle con el blanco. We are gonna let it dry for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna come back and finish the grass and the trees. Vamos a dejarlo secarse por 10 minutos y después vamos a continuar trabajando en el pasto y en los árboles. Mientras se seca nuestra pintura, vamos a asegurarnos que limpiemos nuestras brochas y tengamos agua limpia. Meanwhile, our paint is getting dry. Let's make sure our brushes are clean and we get clean water. Alright, now we're gonna work on the grass and the trees. And the way we're gonna get some black paint. Ahora vamos a trabajar en el pasto y en los árboles. Vamos a agarrar un poco de pintura negra y vamos a dibujar la línea. And we're gonna do the outline. And it's kind of like a letter S. This is kind of like a letter S. Si se fija, es como una letra S. And on the other side, we're gonna do it a little bit different. En el otro lo vamos a hacer un poco diferente. Vamos a hacerlo de esta manera. And pushing it out. We're gonna do it this way and then we're gonna push it out. Vamos a hacerlo de aquí y lo vamos a empujar. And after that, we're gonna mix some green y después de eso vamos a mezclar un poco de verde. And we're gonna fill it in. Y lo vamos a rellenar. And it's okay if you go over the black. Y no hay problema si usted pinta la parte negra. We want to cover everything like that. Queremos que todo quede cubierto. And then we're going to do the other section. Después vamos a la otra parte. Just like that. De esa manera. And now we're gonna work on the pine trees. Y ahora vamos a trabajar en los pinos. Y vamos a dibujar 5 líneas aquí. Con el color negro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna draw 5 lines with the black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you notice, they are getting smaller because that means they are going farther in the distance. Y si se fijan, comienzan a ser cada vez más pequeñas y es porque se pierden en la distancia. And then we're gonna do some lines on this side as well. We're gonna do 1. This one is gonna be big one. Almost the size of the volcano. Esta va a ser más grande, casi el tamaño del volcán. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is the way I like to do the trees. So just gonna add a little bit of paint, kind of like zigzag. Va a añadir un poco de pintura, como de manera de zigzag. And then you're gonna continue working on the next one. Just barely touching with a little bit of paint. Apenas sí tocándolo con un poco de pintura. And you see I'm always leaving the top. Y si se fija, siempre dejo la parte de arriba. I start a little bit below and I go zigzag. Comienzo un poco abajo y después comienzo a mover la brocha de manera zigzag. We're gonna add a little bit more here. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna leave the top and then we're gonna start moving the brush zigzag. A little bit branches here and a little bit here, and they just keep going down and down and down. Always leaving the top part. These are gonna be our pines. Estos van a ser nuestros pinos. And we're gonna add a little pines in here as well. We're gonna add a few of them. Just like that. They are really far, so you don't have to do too much detail on them. Están muy lejos, así que no tiene que añadir mucho detalle en ellos. Just like that. We're gonna add more here. Kind of looks like grass, but they are actually trees. on the distance. Se mira como pasto, pero son pinos en la distancia. All right, now we're gonna work on our little boat here. Vamos a trabajar en nuestro barquito. And if you've ever been in Xochimilco, if you've ever been there, you know that in Mexico City they have these little boats and they are full with flowers. Y si usted ha ido a México se ha dado cuenta que allá en México están estos barquitos que están llenos de flores. Tienen un nombre. I just can't remember the name right now. They are called a name, I just can't remember. But that's gonna be my little boat, and you can add more if you want to, but one is gonna be fine. Usted puede añadir más si quiere, pero con uno será más que suficiente. Ok, ya casi terminamos, pero vamos a añadir unos detalles más a nuestra pintura. We're almost done, but we're gonna add some more details to our painting. And the way we're gonna get some of the white and some clear water, because we're gonna do some splashing. Vamos a agarrar agua y un poquito de blanco, porque vamos a hacer splash. And this is how I want to do it. I want to try always on my plate to make sure I'm doing it right. We're going to do some stars there, like this. Or you can go like this as well, whichever you feel like it. So we're going to add some white, like stars, to our painting. The other way you can do it, you can use the back of the small brush and you can just draw one by one like this. So you see I'm using the back of the brush, I'm getting some white, and I'm just adding the stars one by one. See, I'm moving my painting, moving the paint, adding some of the stars. Nice. So now the last detail we're gonna add using the small brush. I'm gonna clean my small brush again. El último detalle que vamos a hacer usando la brocha pequeña, la voy a limpiar otra vez. Vamos a añadir flores como un arco, como los botes, como los barquitos de allá de la Ciudad de México, de Xochimilco. We're gonna add some flowers, just like the boats they have in Xochimilco. But also, if you remember the story, the priest Hidalgo, he used the Virgin Mary as a flag. Si se acuerdan la historia de la independencia de México, el padre Hidalgo usó la Virgen como una bandera. And one of the things that the Virgin has, she has flowers. So, por eso vamos a añadir también flores. If you remember, the Virgin Mary that he used has flowers on the bottom. So that's why we're also going to use flowers. To remember that Miguel Hidalgo used the Virgin Mary as a flag to call for independence. Para recordar que el padre Hidalgo usó la Virgen María como bandera para declarar la independencia en México. So this is the way we're going to do the flowers. Y es la manera en que vamos a hacer las flores. Using white, we're going to do kind of like snakes like this. These are going to be our vines. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those are going to be our vines for the flowers. And the way we're going to do the flowers, we're going to put a dot, and then with the flat brush, we're going to add the petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see you put a dot in the middle, and then with the flat brush, you add the petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to continue working. We're going to do 3 more here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna add one more at the end. We're gonna add one more to all the end of the vines. So on this one we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. On this one we're gonna do 2. On this one we're gonna do 1. And same thing. We're gonna do the same thing we did here. We're gonna do on the other side. So on this one we're gonna do 2. Then we're gonna do 3. 1, 2, 3. And on the last one we're gonna do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And be creative. If you have more, you can always do more. Y sea creativo. Si usted puede hacer más, haga más. Pero en cada una de las viñas, acuérdese de las guías, acuérdese que tiene que tener una flor al final. Just remember, in every vine, you want to have a flower at the end. And you can mix it up. You can do some red. You can mix some white with red, a little bit of red. So you're going to make pink. You can do pink flowers. You can do yellow flowers. You can do blue flowers. Just be creative. Use the colors that you like. You can do some yellow too, some purple. So now we're gonna do some pink right here, because I mix the white with the red and it makes pink. Vamos a hacer unas rosas porque yo mezclé el color blanco con el rojo y ahora puedo hacer unas rosas. So remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do 6. If you feel like doing 6, that's okay. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay. You're gonna be free to do the flowers the way you like them. And maybe your flowers are gonna look better. Quizás tus flores se van a mirar mejor. There is so many types of flowers. Hay muchos tipos de flores, and I know there is some that you would like to do. There you go. Ahí lo tiene. So that's it, guys. We have created this beautiful piece of art to celebrate and remember Mexico Independence Day. Así es que eso es todo, muchachos. Hemos creado esta hermosa pieza de arte para recordar y celebrar la independencia de México. I also have one more announcement. También tengo un anuncio más. Recuerde ponerse su vacuna. Recuerde vacunarse para su seguridad y la seguridad de sus seres queridos. So remember to get your vaccine, be vaccinated for your health and the health of your loved ones. See you next time. Los veo a la próxima.